All right. Okay. Well, just waiting on people and then waiting for the draft to begin. I'm just waiting on people to get in here. Jeez. That scared me more than anything. All right.
I'll see someone who, that Daryl Ann Denner or whatever that
Mhm.
I follow. She got invited to the kickoff party for the Texas Rangers.
Oh, nice. Good for her.
Are they a good team or a bad team?
What's up, homie?
Hello.
1 second. Oh.
All right. Add. Manny, I'm not adding you. Sorry. Last time I checked, you're not part of this.
You're coming in all like green and glitching out.
Oh, well, I look fine on my end, and I can see my OBS up, and I look fine on that as well, so that's probably on your end. So, I'm not sure what's up with that, but...
So it's my fault.
I believe so, yes, because everything looks fine on my end.
How do I look?
You look cropped, but other than that, you look fine.
Cropped.
Yeah, I'll show you what
Oh.
it looks like.
No, I see it.
Yeah,
I see
okay.
it. How do I change that? It's very weird.
Manny, I'm gonna text you in a second. Just give me a moment.
I'll move this to my big screen. There we go. Better?
Yes, that actually looks legit now. Yes.
Yeah. Because it was not before. It's so weird though how you're all. It's so weird. Wait, can I share my screen?
You can. I don't know if it'll mess up anything on my end, but
Well, here. I wanna. Oh, wait. Which screen is this trying to show? Wait, it's not showing the right screen.
yes, Lucario, another live stream. I am actually drafting today, so you can give me crap about my picks if you want, but I have a super secret strategy tonight that I will be implementing, so yeah.
I'm so. Oh wait, is that what? Oh wait, now you're normal. This is so annoying.
Okay, well, I don't know what to say then. Gavin's in here.
Not use. Okay, stop sharing. There we go.
All right. Okay.
Now I need to go get a coffee because this is gonna be a long day. 1 second.
It should only take a couple hours. It's 2-minute periods.
That's a long day.
Okay, fair enough. I was like, it's 2 minutes. It took less than 2 hours last time, and I had to pause it a couple times. Yeah, Dorian, you don't tell anyone the secret strategy, but yes, I have a secret strategy for tonight that I will be implementing, and yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. However, well, first of all, Gavin, how's it going, man?
Oh, there we go.
There we go. How's it going?
Yeah, there we go. It's going, man. I have no complaints. We got the season coming up in 2 days here. We just signed Cal to a big deal.
Yeah.
With all the negativity over the past 2 years, it's really tough to be negative right now. I'm super pumped, super positive. Would not expecting it, but would love a Logan Gilbert's kind of same deal there. Maybe even on opening day.
Yeah, I agree. I think that would man, the excitement that there would be if they got that done as well before opening day, man, that would be something else for sure. I did forget that I was gonna make some changes. Like, can I not make it now? Forgot I was gonna make some scoring changes I did for the other one, but it won't. It's not letting me pick. It's not letting me change anything. That's weird.
Oh, good. But yeah, my one of the guys I do the co-host with, Ty, made a pretty good point, because I was like, oh, opening day, maybe they amp it up with Logan Gilbert signing and everything, and he was like, they usually do one in the off season, then one in the regular, like halfway through the year, like a July-ish type of thing. I think Seeker was in that realm as well. So he made a good point. So be interesting to see what happens throughout this year.
Yeah, I could see it. I mean, I certainly could see it happening. I do. There's obviously the curiosity of, are they just using the like the Nintendo thing? Like, is that what pushed this over the edge? Because if so, then yeah, I don't
let the floodgates open.
Yeah, I guess so. But if I don't know what else it would be. Wow, it's not letting me change the settings at all. That's crazy. Because there's just certain scoring changes or scoring settings that were kind of a little minor that we changed last time that just made things make a little bit more sense. But for some reason, see if it'll let me do it on mobile.
Yeah.
Because I don't know why. Jake, during the draft, we're all going to be great. We're all going to have a great time. Jake, when he doesn't win a game, yeah, I expect to be first, regardless. Even if my strategy will work.
Oh, you want to say hi, bud? Come here. Oh yeah, say hi to the people.
Hello. Oh, there's a doggy.
It's a little pups.
Dave, there's a dog on the screen. You better get over here.
I'm coming. Hello. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that's
What's
so
going
cute.
on?
Look at the doggy
Look
right
how
there.
cute, Harper.
Look
Oh
at the
my
doggy.
gosh. Daisy's like,
You saying
are
hi,
you
Bob?
talking about me? Are you talking about me?
Yeah, my dog's like, oh, puppy, let's
Oh
go.
my gosh, how cute. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah. He is cute. Or is it first he or she in the name?
It's a he, and his name is Wally.
Wally, that's a great name. A great dog name, in my opinion.
Great dog name. Yep, my wife came up with it, and she was like, "Yeah, planned it for like 10 years, so it's gonna be Wally." And if I ever get my dog, it's gonna be Doug, D-U-G, Doug.
Gotcha. Nice.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not able to change the scoring settings I was going to, but because it's being weird on only that screen, which is fun. But that's okay. So the changes I was gonna make is one, take away pitcher wins and losses as a scoring thing, because we all know that's kind of BS to have. And then
Agreed.
I think we changed around how much a no-hitter and how much a perfect game and how much a cycle was worth, because I think there's somewhere where like a no-hitter is worth the same amount of points as like a hold and a save or something, or like that is kind of crazy. So
right, yeah.
So we upped those, I think, and then I think we changed the innings, because I guess the innings thing, even though on here it says like 1 point per inning, it's really 1 point per out, and it doesn't make that super clear. So we were going to change it to, we changed it in the other league to 1 point per inning, like 3 outs. So I will probably change those after the draft now, because I think maybe it's just too soon to the draft that like it's being weird, but I don't know. That's okay. Well, I think we will survive. And then I guess the last thing I will say for the people who are here, and I don't know if anyone else is joining the Zoom or not, or how many people are really going to be even that like tuned into the draft, but we have the first round Mariner rule that we had in the other league as well. So everyone has to pick a Mariner in the first round, and they have to play them every day that they could play, regardless. And the only times they don't have to be in the starting lineup is if they don't have a game that day or if they're injured. So yeah, that's a fun little thing. But with that said, if someone is AFK during the draft, it is possible that I might have to invoke my league manager powers and pick for them. And if I do have to pick for them, which what I'm going to do is I'm going to give people a few minutes on the time, or at least a minute on the timer. And if they are, because I can see at the top, if they're grayed out, that means they're not even in the draft room. If they're not in the draft room by a minute off the clock, because it's 2 minutes in total, then I will pause it and I will pick the highest Mariner available per fantasy points estimate. Only one person sent me their like itemized list of like in order of who they would pick. After the first round, I don't have to worry about it. We just have to let their account go on auto pick and let that do its thing.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Wife's a little sick, so you might hear her coughing in the background a little bit here and there, but yeah, so the first round, if I have to pause the draft, I will, to invoke that first round rule, because I don't need an account going on auto pick and picking Otani and then it's all screwed up in the first round. That's not what, you know, we're going to keep true to the rule that is set in place here. So who out of here? So Gavin, you're third. So who are you hoping you get Mariners wise?
Might surprise some people, but I'm actually hoping for Woo.
Oh,
That's my breakout Mariner of the year, because I think if he's healthy, I think he gets unleashed and like, all right, we can, like, he got through so many games and they took him out with like 70 pitches. I'm like,
yeah,
he's got so much more in the tank. So if he's actually healthy and he can actually break out,
yeah,
shoot, he might actually give you 8+ innings on every other outing or something.
fair enough. Chad, you're right before me. So who are you hoping for?
Let me start off with a stupid question. Are we live?
Yes, we're live.
Okay. I left and came back. I don't care, honestly. I'm number 7, and honestly, if I look at the team and the best players, we really have like 7 that I wouldn't mind having on my team anyways. So if it happens to be that Julio's still on the roster, still on there, cool. If it's Cal Raleigh, cool. If it's one of the 5 pitchers, cool. So, I mean,
Fair enough.
I'm kind of just open to whoever I get, and I'm a little bit late on the having to play every day, so I'm hoping for a pitcher, I guess, now.
Yeah. Hello, Patrick, Mariner Muse. How's it going, man?
Hey, how's it going? Good. My camera is weird because it's like
That's okay.
I was trying to
You're
adjust
here.
the background. It's like not.
And there's Brennan. What's up, Brennan? I don't know if you can hear me, but hello, Brennan. Yeah, cool. Well, we actually have people in here because last time I was thinking it was gonna be a bit of a larger turnout as far as the Zoom meeting, and I think it was just me and like 2 other people. So I will take it until the very end, and then like multiple people joined. I'm like, well, I'm kind of ready to get off. It's been 2 hours now, and everyone wants to get in on it now. I'm like, okay, well, I'm good. Brennan, can you hear us? No, he can't. That's for sure. He'll figure it out. We have 36 seconds until the draft kicks off. So Patrick, I know you can hear me. For the first round, if someone is AFK past 1 minute off their pick in the first round, then I will just give them the highest Mariner per like fantasy point estimate. So that we keep to that, because then after obviously once we get to the second round, once the timer's done, it'll go to auto pick. So yeah, and then that's the only time I will do that, and we're about to get going. So thankfully only a few people aren't. Sound is on. I'm going to turn that off. It's also the NFL sound, which is great for fantasy baseball draft room, but
That's my biggest complaint about ESPN, and they don't change that.
fun. Here, okay, so Navy picked Logan. Let me take
Shocking
a look at that.
first.
Weird.
Yeah, let me.
Julio.
Brennan's still figuring it out.
I got a... Oh, jeez, I didn't realize we're going already.
Okay, so I know Joe's not a part of it, so I'm just I know this ahead of time, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him picked. And then Chad, I'll take care of your message in a second. I just need to Let me get this done first.
No worries.
Julio Logan. Okay, so he wants Cal then. So he's getting Cal. Where's Cal?
I just changed it to the team, and then it gives you makes it easier to find.
Where'd I make draft picks for other players? That's what I need to do.
It's honestly remarkably easy to get to 10 Mariners this year.
I know. Okay. Perfect. And then resume. Okay, so I don't know who Tacoma Aroma is off the top of my head, so there is that. But
So loud.
And,
yeah, you in the top right you can turn off sound.
That's right. I just did my own draft in my league, and I should know this.
Joe joined the draft right after I picked for him. Okay.
Well, at least he got his guy, right?
Yeah, well, to be fair, yeah, he sent me a ranked list, so I mean, I picked who he would have wanted anyways. But yeah.
Joe needs to be in here. He just landed, though, didn't he?
No, Joe's been back. It's Colton that's in
Oh,
here
Joe.
right
Yeah,
now.
that's right. Yeah. Oh, Joe's bald now.
Well, yeah, I guess he is. That's true. Who's
He should be
Tacoma
on
Aroma? I don't know if I can figure it out right now. Board. Who's that? Is that Brennan? That's got to be Brennan. And yeah, I know he's in this call. Brennan.
I don't
can't
see him
hear
on
me.
here.
Well, he's in the Zoom. That's the thing.
Oh, he is? No.
Yeah.
I can't tell.
Should we do a countdown for him when it gets like 10 seconds?
Well, I'll have to pause it so the auto pick doesn't just take Otani. Brennan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God, Brennan, come on. I will wait until 10 seconds because he's here, and I'll pause it for a second and let him maybe figure it out.
yeah, he's not in the draft one though.
I know, that's the thing. I don't...
There we go. Oh, sorry.
You need to draft. You have 13 seconds to pick a Mariner. Do you need me to pause it?
Yes, please.
Okay, I paused it.
I'm
The
sorry.
amount of panic is
Just
amazing.
tell me who you want.
Am I 1-1?
No.
Oh,
No.
Oh, what am I?
You have your pick 5. So you have
Is Wu
Castillo,
taken yet?
Miller, Munoz, Rosarena, Kirby, Crawford, Robles, Garver.
Just switch your team under players to Seattle, and you should be able to see who's there.
Rosarena, Crawford, Robles, Rayleigh, Polanco, Moore, Munoz, Garver, Solano. I don't know.
Just talk to him.
Literally,
And call him there.
you just everyone except for Gilbert, Julio, Wu, and Raleigh,
Okay.
and then just let me know and I'll pick for you.
Okay, I'll pick Miller.
Miller. Okay.
Yeah.
Damn it!
I'm sorry.
Oh, I have to pick that. That's right. Players. All right. Okay, I'm gonna resume it. Okay. Switch is up. I don't know if is he in the thing. He is. Okay, so he's in it. We're good. I was not expecting him to be in the Zoom because I know he's a Twitter guy, so I don't think he does Zooms and stuff like that.
Really, guys?
Okay, there we go. I'm here.
Okay, hello.
I'm ready to draft. Let's go.
All right. Who do I want? playing every day?
Oh, come on. I miscalculated this clearly.
Guys,
Oh.
don't argue. That's on the thing.
My kids are arguing over a device. That's fun.
All
so-
right, let's do this. Injured players only.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay.
That means I don't have to start off with any Mariners on my my starting lineup. It can be on IL.
I know. I picked Munoz in the in a different league, in my Discord league, where I still enabled this like rule, and I picked Andres just because, hey, then it's just a reliever, and then
Yeah.
that makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
All right.
Who wants to trade me Miller? Tacoma Aroma.
I don't think.
For what?
Well, right now I got one player, so
Ooh.
The third
Oh.
round pick.
Okay, do I pick Soto or Wit? I'm a big Wit guy, but I'm just like, oh gosh. You know what? I'm gonna go Wit. Okay.
really.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Wit because he's easily the best shortstop, and outfield is stacked regardless. I mean, the depth at outfield. Okay, starting this next round is where I'm gonna enact my secret plan, but I want to get through the first 2 rounds first.
I
Oh.
gotta do it.
I was like, who is grunting?
I gotta do it, right?
Yeah.
I did not. I don't know. I wanted to go with
And
the
Mookie
shortstop.
Betts, he is currently sick.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, okay. This might be a little scary, but I'm gonna take Yordan Alvarez
Whoa.
1-1 because I'm
you're a
hoping
traitor.
that he's got the type of talent to just put up like a 200 WRC plus season. That's what I want.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie as if I'm not gonna like hope I get Isak Paredes later on in the draft. The Crawford boxes, he's gonna eat good this year. So
Well, you guys are talking about Astros, so obviously you don't like the Mariners.
I do.
So I'm gonna
take Paredes over Polanco probably just for the Crawford boxes alone.
I would take Polanco just out of spite.
Yeah, fair enough. So at this point, Joe was in here earlier, so he might actually pick. I don't know what's going on with him. I know
He's
he
got
was
that
out. He was
Colton
working
connection.
tonight. Yeah, he must be on like break at work or something. Patrick, how are you feeling about the news today?
Amazing. Couldn't be any better. Well, I mean, tremendous. I mean,
That's
what do you
great.
say? Like, holy shit.
Breathtaking.
Massive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just like almost too good to be true. And like the fact that they haven't announced it, I'm still kind of just like, dealing with it. But I mean, it's gonna be amazing when they roll it out over the next 2 days and we get all the content about it. It's gonna be incredible. So I'm pumped.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. Are they just not going to announce it until like Thursday night?
No, I
Um,
think tomorrow.
Yeah, probably tomorrow, and
tomorrow?
I
Okay.
bet there will be like a press conference tomorrow, probably.
Okay, yeah, that would make sense.
What am I missing? I thought we were talking about Haniger stuff. What are we
No,
doing?
we're talking about the news today, Cal
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
Cal extension.
yeah. My question is now, what are we gonna do with Ford? Is he just gonna move to the outfield or be a backup for 6 years?
Keep him. Well, I don't know if it'll be 6 years, but keep him as a backup because he's so much more valuable as a catcher than a corner
Well,
outfielder.
yeah, and I mean at some point Cal may have to move to first, but obviously not this year or next year or whatever. But at some point he's gonna have to probably, and so I don't know. Maybe you just keep Ford so that you can have him be ready to be primary catcher whenever that change happens. Oh, yeah.
Oh, Skeens was a great pick, Kevin.
I hate
Appreciate
you.
you.
I hate you.
Oh god. Say hi.
I hate you for taking Skeens. I hate you.
Oh wow.
Say hi,
You got
AJ.
me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Trying to win here, you know.
No, I don't
Well,
allow
that
it.
went
What is
very
going
well.
on?
No,
Never.
no,
Never.
no. You're not allowed to win.
Get the
Let's
Astros
just
and
say-
W's out of here.
I think Wally's you said Wally, right?
Yeah, he's right here.
Yeah, Wally's a little bit more behaved, I guess, or likes being
He's-
picked up a bit more.
He is pretty chill. He is pretty mellow. Yeah,
Yeah.
he does a pretty good job. It took a while to break him in as a puppy, but he does good now.
I hate you. God. Okay. I'm gonna suck this year.
By the way, Manny puts a bounty on whoever takes Darren McCacken for $1.54. He will send you it via
Running
Venmo
that one back.
or PayPal or I don't know. Is it called Jezel or something? Zezel? What is it called?
Zell?
Zell?
Well,
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Zezel.
Jezel. I don't remember.
What do you say?
Yeah, $1.54. He'll put a bounty on Darren McCacken anytime during the draft.
Love it.
What about on the waiver wire?
No, you have to draft him.
Okay, all right.
Someone took it last time.
Oh,
Yeah.
Gavin, you just took Skeens and Gunner. Those were like my 2 picks that I wanted. I was
I'm in your
I
head,
was
dude.
hoping that one of those was gonna fall
I'm
to
in,
me.
I'm in your head, man.
I've got to completely
You gotta
recalculate
stop
now.
thinking so loudly. No, I'm joking.
Honestly, my whole secret strategy is kind of out the window at this point because I don't know if it's going to be viable anymore.
Why is like okay? This is ridiculous though. Stephen Kwan is not going to be the 26th best player by
Yeah,
fantasy
it's
this
the
year.
it's the format.
Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
it goes
yeah.
by scoring, which I
You
was
lose a-
going to change some
You
things.
lose a
but-
point for every strikeout, so he like only strikes out like
Oh, so that's actually like really okay.
yeah, he only
Okay,
strikes
maybe
out
that
like,
maybe
what,
that changes my
50 times
calculus.
a year, so like it
Or it should at least.
Yeah.
I'll go.
I hate
I'll go
Snake.
the hometown kid Corbin Carroll with a big
Do
bounce
it.
back.
Fair enough.
Do it. Lakeside High School? Lake
Something like
Lakeside,
that.
yeah.
Lake something, yeah.
Lakeside.
Lakeside.
I mean, I have an okay amount of like general fantasy baseball prep, but I didn't prep for this at all because
Yeah.
literally when you said I was the 10th pick, I was like, oh cool, I'll just have Otani and then I'll figure the rest
You'll
out.
probably win.
I
Yeah.
was like, oh great, I'll get the worst Mariner, and that ends up being Robles or Crawford, and then I'll just kind of vibe out the Otani the stuff after Otani. I think that works.
I don't want this many Mets on my team. All right, I'm already mad.
Yeah, my strategy is out the window, by the way. I was gonna hope that people would wait to take starting pitchers, and I was just gonna go ape shit on starting pitchers to start.
Yeah,
And just
that's
get
my
like a
plan.
death rotation, but I have abandoned that now. So that's gone.
And now everybody's gonna go after starting pitchers. So hey, I'll take more position guys, I guess.
What am I doing after
Relievers are more valuable than starting pitchers. Oh my god,
Yeah,
I really need to
We
change.
gotta fix that. Yeah, we gotta fix that.
I'm planning on fixing some things that don't make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, feel free to tap in even if it's not until opening day or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm okay with any rule changes that make it
Well, so yeah, what well shit. What do I take? You gonna survive? Like my gosh.
I am.
You gonna survive this draft?
Not this.
All right. Yeah, so I guess for the people who joined later, so like Patrick and Brennan, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna take away pitchers' wins and losses because that's stupid to care about. It's not a real stat.
Yeah.
That'll be you.
So I will be changing innings from one because the scoring says 1 point per inning. It's actually 1 point per out. So we're gonna change it to 1 point in total per inning. So it's gonna be technically 0.33. So it's gonna show up as so that you get 1 point per inning. And then holds and saves. If someone gets like let's say a hold and save, which is like 10 points or whatever, or I think it's what is it 10 points? I think is it hold or a save? One of the two is 10 points.
That's strong.
A no-hitter is worth 10 points. Obviously, that makes no sense to be the same amount as a save or hold. So we're going to obviously up those a lot.
Well, it looks like it's 5 and 2 right now.
5 and 2 for a hold and save.
Well, save and a hold, but yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll probably up it still because a no-hitter regardless. I mean, it's potentially
Well, yeah,
not
I mean,
gonna
you can
happen,
up the no hitter in perfect game like to infinity. Like the chances of that that happens like twice a season. So
yeah,
that's
I'll have to
totally
look.
fine.
Let me see if I can look at
Put something in
what the
one
other
of
league
them
is.
where it was like, I think it was like 100 points or something insane like that. Like if you have it, you almost automatically win the week, which is like extremely reasonable.
Oh, Yamamoto just got taken.
Yes.
That was a good that was
So
a good pick.
Thank you.
I'm not even watching it anymore. If you watch it, I'm gonna get unbelievable depression. So
I don't know what the changes were because for some reason on mobile it's not showing the changes. I'm not sure why, so I'll have to look at it later. But
yeah,
I'll send
going
you
for it.
guys what changes are made and whatnot. But we're not there yet. So all right. Oh, I just realized my lo-fi is off.
I have to start really scrolling down these lists because I have 7 more people ahead of me before I get to pick.
Yeah, well, yeah, it just depends on what your strategy is for drafting. I don't know. I don't really have a strategy. I'm just going off of vibes.
I've never done a single snake draft, and now I know why.
This is how they all usually are, though. This is like the standard for drafting.
I've only done salary cap, so you nominate a player and you bid who you really want, but you got to know how much you're spending.
I've never tried
Wow.
that.
It's a lot of fun.
You've
This
never
is
done. Well, no, I mean
agonizing.
I've done that before, but you've never done snake ever in anything.
No, because I'm losing my mind. Like this is everybody I want. It's just gone.
That's so crazy. Do you not play like fantasy football or anything?
We use a salary draft.
That's. I mean, I don't think that's like crazy or anything, but I just think it's wild that you've never ever done like any snake.
Yeah, same.
That's crazy.
I'm weird.
barely
That's
played
all.
fantasy, and I've
No,
done
but
a
like
lot of snake drafts.
yeah, and like auction drafts are like cool and like
Yeah.
I think leagues that
Novelty.
do that are great and they're a little bit more interesting.
Night.
I swear, every time I do one of those types of draft, the auction drafts, they take way longer.
Oh yeah, it's very dedicated too. You got to really
Very.
be locked in.
Oh, I'm not taking Spencer Schwalbach.
I can't decide whether Luis Arise is like a cheat code for this or
I hope he's not. Please
low
don't let us
strikeouts,
score
yeah.
into.
Could be.
because it's like he obviously gets a massive advantage from not sacrificing strikeouts much, but I don't know, like it's just like total. It's just it looks like it's just total bases. Am I looking at that right?
Maybe.
Like total bases, RBIs, runs, walks.
A little extra for a game-winning over RBI.
Yeah, but like not even there's like no homers either, which I mean obviously like total bases factors that in, but
I gotta do it. The big news on the block. Gotta do it. Bregman.
interesting.
Now that he's not an Astro,
Exactly. We're fine.
We're good now.
perfectly fine.
We're in the
Nope.
clear.
We are.
That absolves him of all cheating. 100%.
There's no. He never cheated. It wasn't him. You know.
It wasn't him now. Yeah.
No. If he
Yeah.
cheated, he would have stayed in Houston.
It's still in the garbage can.
hmm
Yeah.
And he's not playing for a cheater like Gleyber Torres is. So we're okay.
What is,
Ben
what is-
snipes me.
Aww.
I had them
Anybody
keyed up
know
and
what-
everything.
Does anybody know what Jeff Lunau's doing nowadays?
Oh, I was tweeting about it. I tweeted about it. But you guys know that account, MLB Executive Burner?
Yeah.
My theory is that it's Jeff Lunau running the account pretending to be Mike Elias Mike Elias because like it's obviously Mike Elias. The motto, it's like the Yale motto. He went to Yale. It's like lefty Little League All-Star. Mike Elias was a lefty. So my theory is that it's Jeff Lunau pretending to be Mike Elias because
I
it'd
love
be too
that.
obvious if it was Mike Elias.
Dude, you got some wild conspiracy theories. I just want to spend time on my podcast if you'll join and we'll go through every conspiracy theory that you got because you got some really good ones.
Oh, all right.
That one's actually very well thought out too.
That one's really good.
I'm not being serious, but it would actually be hilarious.
No, that'd be kind of sick though. I rock with that because it's like it seems too obvious that it's actually Mike Elias because like because everyone kind of thinks it's Mike Elias, so it would have been like called out, but that's like a decent explanation for like why it seems like Mike Elias.
Mike Elias is like one of the highest employees in like $1 billion organization or like $1 billion enterprise. I don't think he's like making a burner that's like that obviously Mike Elias to the point where it's like all these personal details about him. Like that just doesn't seem right. But Jeff Lunau running the soccer team in Spain or wherever he is, like across the world, I could definitely see that being Jeff Lunau's way of like keeping tabs on Major League Baseball.
Yeah, love that.
I have to ask Patrick, Brennan, and Chad, are you guys Severance fans or no?
No.
Yes.
I don't watch any shows, to be honest.
Chad, you or no?
Severance. Is that the new
Apple
one
TV.
that just came out?
No, it did not just come out. Well, the new season did, technically, but the show is 2 seasons old now.
Oh no, I'm thinking of something else. No, I don't know that show. Sorry.
Okay. I still have not watched the finale yet, so no spoilers for me, please. I'm watching it tomorrow night, but I've heard it's good. Do you guys concur on that?
Concur.
Oh, the finale?
Yeah.
The finale's excellent. Yeah.
Okay,
Excellent.
perfect.
Yeah.
Oh boy, I haven't gotten it.
Have you avoided like all the
No.
marking band memes and everything?
Not everything. I have seen screenshots here and there where I know what the finale ends with, I guess, or at least I know what the deal is, but I've tried my best to not focus on it or not see anything. So yeah.
The marching band stuff is like all over the place. I'm surprised you haven't seen that.
Oh, well, I've seen that, but that doesn't spoil like anything storyline for
sure.
me, so I'm fine on that part. Okay, reaching down to round 7.
Someone grabbed Acuna.
Yeah.
This infield, maybe it's probably just because of the rankings, but like the infield options look terrible.
There's not that many out there. I mean, if you look at all the
Okay.
teams.
Yeah, that's true.
Second base is generally just a horrible position in fantasy baseball this year.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
definitely
like
is.
Simeon Altuve, Betts has eligibility.
Oh,
Altuve
but he got
is-
selected a while ago.
and then it's just like all garbage after that, really.
Okay.
I'm trying to think like who is even after that. So that's definitely one. Like there's like a lot of scarcity in a lot of these positions.
I'm not taking that guy now, but I would definitely take him later. Still keep
Oh
him in
right.
mind.
Oh, and I didn't even say Ketel Marte.
Oh, is that for second base?
Yeah, he's the best second baseman. I guess Mookie is
Yeah.
debatable second base eligibility. He doesn't seem to have it on ESPN.
I don't think they gave it to him. I think they left it at shortstop and outfield.
Yeah, Yahoo's like super lax. If you played 5 games at any position the year before, you get to have it. So like Dylan Moore, I don't know if I've seen Dylan Moore on this. Let me see. Dylan Moore on Yahoo has, I tweeted that like a while back, but Dylan Moore has first base, second base, shortstop, third base, outfield. Which is just,
What's up
Christian-
with these starting pitching ranks, dude?
yeah, he
What the-
doesn't have first base on ESPN, but he's got the rest here.
Little X factor. Christian Campbell making the opening day roster and having second base eligibility.
Mm-hmm.
True, yeah.
Like, why does it
What?
say Logan Webb's gonna have negative 20 fantasy points? I don't understand.
Is that like?
What the? That makes no sense.
Oh, that I don't know what that is.
Yeah,
That
there's
doesn't-
something up with the starting pitching and the fantasy point thing. I don't know what it is though.
The rankings look fine though.
No, well,
I mean, like,
the rankings do, but why is
Yeah, I
it
don't
saying
know.
Max
I don't-
Fried's
I
gonna
don't
be
know what the
41
points are.
points?
How are you guys not choosing Ozzy Albies? Thank you for leaving for me. Like,
You're
how is he still
welcome.
on the board? We were just
Right.
talking about second base, and
I
like
don't know.
that's got to be the number 4.
What do I need to do?
so
Oh,
wait,
I
I should have taken I need to take some
First.
relievers now, right?
No, you don't have to.
But they're
Oh yeah,
worth
you
a lot?
definitely do.
Oh, wow! I didn't see the setup. Well, don't listen to me. Actually, yeah, listen to me. Don't do anything. Correct, because I am way out of my element here.
Ben took tennis racket Duran. Okay.
Oh no.
tennis racket, Jesus.
I mean, I can't call him anything else at this point, man.
I want to buy his shirts.
Oh boy, yeah, that was
my-
something.
Makes me happy. I love
will-
them. I'm not a good person, so you know. I just
He will
I like
never-
all the rude things. I'm into it.
I mean, okay. Well, yeah. Let's see. I have no idea where to go this time for this. What
You picking
round?
for somebody?
Oh, I don't want.
No,
to.
I'm not gonna. After the first round, I wasn't gonna pick it for anyone because the first
Oh.
round was the only one where I needed to
Make sure it's
involve
Mariner.
myself.
Makes sense. Yeah.
After this auto picks on, they can
Either of those third
Deal with what they got.
basemen. What am I doing here? Gosh, I don't like anything on the board. All right. Ooh, screw it. We're reaching.
I know part of me was like kind of thinking DeGrom earlier, but I'm like, I don't trust him to stay healthy.
He got rocked in spring training.
I think my only player I have on every team this year is now Glass now. Could be wrong about that, which is extremely precarious.
All right. I don't feel great about it, but whatever.
Oh no, I didn't take Glass now on that. On that
And I mean, well, Ben, I wouldn't say Ben sniped me because I wasn't for sure going to take him, but Logan Webb, I've taken him, I think, in every single draft I've done thus far for baseball. He's my
Give
guy.
me Roki!
Ooh, yeah. I just don't think he's going to pitch enough innings, but who knows?
I don't care. Whatever. I'll take the MPB guy. We'll see.
Wow, Schwellenbach. I was really thinking about Schwellenbach.
Yeah, I was thinking about Schwellenbach. Like I mentioned it like a couple rounds ago, but that was way too early.
Yeah,
And I just took your Grom, by the way. We'll
that'd been
see.
crazy.
Thank you,
crazy
Lucario,
range,
for
but
$2.
for a small
I
I feel
think
like
you're the
just-
first super
I
chat
don't know, maybe
ever
not. I just
on the
like,
channel. So
he's
thank you,
got a lot
Kraken
of-
Goal.
He should be really good probably because he looks really good. in
Shout
spring
out to
training again,
Kraken.
but
Yeah, and he's like
I need
still
them to
learning
score
how to
more,
pitch, but like in a
guys.
good way. Like this is still like his 4th year full pitching. So like
that's what I was gonna
I
say. He's like he really came out of nowhere last year. Like he was extremely not like hyped before he
mhm.
popped up. So it's such a weird thing to like trust him to roll. But I guess it's not super dissimilar to Strider in that regard. So
But also like not that dissimilar to Paul Skeens because like Spencer Schwellenbach was like a legit position player in Nebraska up until like 2022. This like last year was like his 3rd full year pitching, like, and he only started focusing on pitching once he got into professional baseball. And Skeens like only started pitching full time his senior or junior year at LSU.
Yeah.
then France is so high on this list. That
Do
makes
any of you guys follow MPB at all? Like MPB baseball at all?
No, I would, but it's like
Very
like,
little.
I see clips and stuff, but like I also see people complaining that it's like really hard to consume like content because
Yeah.
there's like there's like a bunch of blackouts and like you can't watch videos.
There's a player that one of my co-hosts is like super high on, and he just same thing, blackouts all over the place. So he just kind of finds the videos wherever. Chusei Manami, I don't know if you guys have ever absolute cannon of an arm. I haven't seen an arm like that since Yoenis Cespedes, in all honesty.
I think
But
I
he's
saw you
also-
post about that today.
Yeah, he's electric, and I'm curious on when he actually makes the jump overseas, because he's coming from the same team I think that Shohei Ohtani came from.
I mean, I feel like is his bat good enough? Like to
He's he's kind of a what's the best way to put it? He's a walker or home run or strikeout type of guy. So he'll fit right in.
yeah.
But
that's
like,
true.
is he like okay?
Oh.
Like, is the power legit though? Like, like obviously you can be like future outcome in NPV, but like being like, do you think that power will play against major league pitching?
It's about average to maybe slightly above average is what I would say.
Okay.
I'd say he's like in the 20 to 25 home run range, but he also can steal 20 to 25 bags. So he does have a little bit of that, which 20 plus, like if you're in the 2020 club and you bat 220, I think that plays really big in the MLB nowadays.
Yeah, that's a valuable player for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, Justin Martinez, that feels like
That's a
I
good
do not-
one.
I do not know why he was like he was like 20th on the
If you-
relievers, but
yeah,
I'll take
my
that.
my
No.
Diamondback friend Aaron, he is obviously been telling me if I can get anyone from the not anyone, but he's like if you can get Justin Martinez because not a lot of
He's
people
the
know about him still. Like if you could
sleeper.
snag him, like do it because he's gonna get saves this year
Yeah.
and strikeouts. So
Well, let's go then.
yeah,
I'll take that.
I'll have to tell him I ultimately did not get him and most likely won't end up getting a Diamondback, but we'll see.
Caber Ruiz must not strike out a lot because
No, he
I
doesn't.
know,
That's crazy
the-
about the ball.
Yeah, the fact that he's so high.
I
is
have
kinda
no
crazy.
idea why he's like the 7th ranked catcher or whatever.
I'm ashamed of myself.
Oh, God, I don't.
Taking Christian Walker.
Yeah, I'm a Diamondbacks fan, so the fact that he went over there makes me want to bang my head into the table. But I miss him, so
Man, I'm
Yeah,
so
that's-
I'm debating so hard right now.
Oh, I just saw the chat. Do we have a Kraken goal?
Yeah,
Oh,
Kraken
right, let's
goal.
All right. I know probably not everybody's a Kraken fan, but Seattle
Well,
and me.
Yeah, from my understanding, they're
Kraken.
not great, but yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
they're
watching.
terrible.
I just want to watch the fights. That's all I care about.
Yeah. We have a very similar situation going on for the Seattle Kraken. Is they're perpetually mediocre, and they finally had a fire sale this year. And I think the next person to go is actually the GM, Ron Francis. But
see
they-
ya. We won't be
Yes.
seeing ya.
But the
I-
draft picks he retained, I will say.
Thank
the
you,
draft-
thank you,
Yeah.
Ron Francis, you killed it at this deadline. Enjoy
See ya.
retirement.
Thank you for your service. Exactly. We need some fresh blood. His evaluation of talent.
Dude, what is the Chandler Stevenson contract? Like, everybody knows he's aging. Everybody knows he's bad.
Burakovsky was kind of in the same boat. I just didn't understand the $5+ million for those guys.
But like, even Burakovsky, I understood because it was like the second big splash. But like, they got
my God,
Montour,
Ben.
They got Montour. Why do they need Stevenson? Like, he's terrible. But
Well,
anyway.
they have a lot of setup guys and no goal scorers besides McCann. McCann was like the only one, but in transactions, they don't really like Capo Caco, the new kid that they got. I think he's the only one that really has been a transaction that is a goal scorer. So
I'm hoping
see.
Shane Wright keeps developing.
Oh yeah, dude. Shane Wright just needs time on ice.
Mm-hmm.
Just need to put him in.
It's fascinating. I'm not like a hockey, like I don't have much hockey DNA from sports perspective. It's crazy that Francis, the GM, is like one of like the 5 highest scoring players of all time or whatever. And he's so bad at his job. I was just like, I couldn't believe when they said it, like they, when they announced the franchise, I was like, oh, so this guy has like he's like the 3rd most goals or points or something.
Here's another brain buster for you. Wayne Gretzky was a coach one time, and he was terrible.
Yeah, well, that's true.
It was just one of those things where you're like, how does that not translate at least a little bit?
Yeah.
But speaking of former players, I'm excited for Dan Wilson and company. I feel like the vibes are at an all-time high, having all the successful former Mariners like around. It just seems like everything's kind of pushing in the right direction, at least on that end. Hopefully it translates because we pretty much are rolling out the same team.
Yeah, I've been talking myself into Dan quite a bit. I was going to write something about that. Adam Jude's article. Today, or it got published today, but I think it's in the preview section for this week, was really good on Dan. And I don't know, I just think like Dan's such an interesting guy from the fact that so much of what like the organization has, like the personalities in the organization have been so polarizing, and Dan is just like the most popular, most easygoing, most chill, like most deeply identified with the Mariners person. And now him being in charge, I feel like is huge, and especially with the Cal extension and Dan kind of being Cal's guy, I think it's a really good. They keep every offseason they try to like fix the vibes, and with one way or another, like last year is like Brant Brown because he's gonna like reinvent how they're hitting. But this one with Edgar and Dan, I just feel like it's Edgar and Dan. Like you're not gonna lose by trying with people that like the fans love. Like you're not gonna come away with people pissed off that Edgar and Dan are the ones in charge.
We were actually talking about that on one of our episodes, and just like Dan and Scott Service are kind of the same person when it comes to like just even keel, low, like kind of more mellow, or just at least more on the mellow side. But the delivery and the philosophy, it's just completely different. I think Dan does a really good job of mixing the analytics with a little bit of like old school and just understanding from a winning perspective, because he was on a 116 game winning team, and he has a little bit of that old school mentality to kind of bring along with it. Whereas, you look through Scott Service's career, I don't think he was on too many like winning, like superiorly winning teams. And so just having that kind of flowed into it, and nothing against Scott, because he's one of the, was he one of the winningest coaches, or if not, like he's up there, right? With Lou Piniella.
He's just second, right?
He's second. That's what he's
like
up there.
It's so hard to, like, the gap between first and third is like so much. Like it's very easy to be the second best Mariners manager ever.
Yeah. But I think Dan's got him rolling in the right direction, it sounds like.
Can we acknowledge that TJ still hasn't changed his team's name?
Well, we're going to do that at the end. Well, I was going to say after the draft, the other rule was that you have to name your team after the Mariner player you took. So,
I didn't know that part either, but I was just saying,
thing. Yeah.
I saw TJ's talented team, and I'm like, oh, come on, man, you can be more creative.
Yeah, that's the stock ESPN stupid names. Yeah.
Oh, TJ.
I'll change my Change my name from Mariner's Muse to Mariner's Monkeys.
Oh, because did you get Robles?
Yeah, that was
fair
it was
enough.
JP or Robles, and I decided that Robles is
That's a better
Yeah,
option.
it's
he is
Choice.
he is speed.
Yeah.
You didn't want 82 OPS plus? No.
Yeah. Thankfully, OPS plus and WRC plus are
JP,
not.
I think, is actually one of the guys that's probably pretty good in this because his strikeout rate is really low when he's
True.
not injured. But I think Robles is gonna lead off and steal 60 bases, so I'm pretty sure that's probably the right pick.
Well, on total bases as well, and he's going to have people behind him that can drive him in. So, if he gets on, so
Yeah, I mean,
makes sense to me.
plus he's like, as I love JP Crawford, but Victor Robles is way more fun.
Agreed. Monkeys. Ah, someone got Bellinger.
Yeah, he's going to probably.
taking
use
everybody's
that
You should
takes.
be
I don't
for-
know.
upset by that. You should be thankful that person took Cody Bellinger. He's
No.
not going to be good.
You don't think he's going
decide
to
on
eat with the
Bellinger.
short porch or no?
I think he's going to be great in New York as a
In New
I
lefty.
feel like
York.
it's
Yeah.
a no in between year for him. He's either gonna like wilt
Yeah.
with New York or he's gonna be like amazing.
I'm going
Yes.
all in on the potential for him to hit home runs in New York, but also understandably that division is pretty stacked with pitching, and yeah.
Also, the morale of that ball club has got to be at an all-time low right now.
I can't believe
100%.
that, man. It's so wild. Like the AL was really setting up as like the Yankees and then like 10 other teams, but then basically the entire margin for the Yankees got wiped out by all their terrible spring training injuries. So it's like basically just a total it's a total cluster now. Like, there's
Well, it's-
no
It's crazy how the powerhouses are now in the National League instead of the American League. Because I swear, the entire time my entire life, it's always been the AL has been the powerhouse. They've always
Yeah.
had the elite players, and then you have like a couple memorable guys, but those teams were never like dominating, winning World Series and going crazy or winning the All-Star game. And now it's like, even last year when we watched the Yankees playing the Dodgers, or even trying to make it to the World Series, everybody was just kind of like, all right, this is cute. Like, who's gonna go to the World Series get beat? You know, it was just the Yankees weren't even that good last year, and they made it to the World Series. So,
I kind of. Oh, go. Sorry. You go ahead.
no, I'm done.
I kind of it kind of like makes me upset that like I'm a younger fan and like I never got to experience like the like really pronounced, or not even like they might have not even been that pronounced, but like the differences in roster construction between like an AL team and like an NL team, because I do hear about how like the NL teams were like the more scrappy ones who like, you know, actually, and it probably partially had to do because of like the batter, and like they had one extra batter essentially, an inning less of outs per game to work with. But like the NL team was like traditionally like the more scrappy, like, you know, move the runner over, and like I never got to experience that. I feel like it like by the time I started watching baseball, it was just like the 5 years later DH or universal DH, but before that, like it I just didn't notice a difference.
Yeah, as a kid growing up in the 90s, I don't know if anybody else is as old as I am or anything like that, but as a kid growing up in the 90s, that baseball was like on top, like steroid era was on top of the world. Seeing Barry Bonds do what he did, Mark McGuire, Ken Griffey Jr., obviously.
I
That
miss the
era-
drugs.
You bring him, you know, you know what? Not going to advocate for it. You know, do what you got to do.
I will.
You know what?
Do them.
It
a
made
specific
baseball.
topic of conversation that I've had is Jorge Polanco looks really big this spring. And if Jorge Polanco wants to do steroids and then get caught in like August, good.
Before.
Give me
The
4
thing about
months of
Polanco,
Jorge
though-
Polanco on steroids and then doesn't vest his option.
You think Garver's doing the same thing?
No.
I don't, but Polanco has a huge neck though. He always has. If
Yeah.
like that, I feel like you could like.
I'm not
talk
actually
yourself into
accusing Jorge Polanco of using
Just
Yeah.
a girthy throat. Yeah.
Yeah,
Whoa.
Well, thank you, Lucario, for the
needed
second
to take
$2
Westward.
super chat. Take more of my money.
You
Thank you,
didn't
Ty
need to.
Cartier. Thank
Oh,
you,
that's-
Ty
I was
Cartier.
targeting him a few rounds ago,
Appreciate
but
you
it's
for
okay.
scoring a goal.
Let's go, Ty
Keep
Cartier
scoring
with
more.
another one.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
I feel like I have so much more. to
Lucario,
fill,
this is the
and
best bit you've ever had.
I'm running
Not
out
gonna
of
lie.
options.
Okay. Watch Ben's gonna snipe. Well, I don't even have anyone that I'm like ready to take. So what? Am I muted? Oh crap! I was muted. Sorry.
Probably need another start.
Are we how confident are we in Christian Yelich this year? I know it's not Mariners related, but like he coming off a major back injury that took him a long time to
Not at all. I
recover.
mean, just yeah. I mean, if it's all his back, he could. There's no middle
Real
ground.
quick.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, Ben did it again, dude. What are we like? This
Ooh.
is insane.
So
Ben!
Brent Rooker in Sacramento might be a bit of a cheat code.
Oh,
I didn't know he was still available. Damn it!
Ben!
Just saw him because that ball leaves Sacramento. That's for sure.
Okay.
Oh my god.
all right, y'all. I'm gonna jump. But good chatting and good to meet all of you besides
Hey.
Jake. And yeah.
Besides him, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
who
not,
I-
not
Jake-
great to watch.
Jake-
We've
not
met
good.
before. That's
Yeah.
what
No,
it means.
Jake, because
I don't want to know who you are.
because I've done multiple podcasts with Jake. I know
Yeah,
him.
we're good. Yeah, thanks for
All
stopping
right.
by, man.
See you
Good
guys.
afternoon or good evening. Peace.
Yeah.
Peace.
Yeah.
All right. My...
Oh, this is going to be a risky move, but whatever. I'll add somebody to my bench. Come on down, Willie.
Whoa.
Whoop.
Man, I've texted Ben now. He has sniped me 3 times. I was really thinking about taking Rooker that round. It's okay. I'll take Langoliers, but I think out of what's left, I think he's maybe the most solid catcher. Yes, your first dono, which thank you, by the way. You're the first person to ever do a super chat on a stream for me. Yes, it turned into hockey chat for a second. But it unfortunately I don't watch hockey. So yeah, I can't really input anything other than that's Kraken hockey, baby. I know that term.
Oh, speaking of backs, man, I feel Christian Yelich on this one. All I did was sleep wrong.
Did you get him? No, you didn't.
No.
I thought you were
If I-
about to pick, and I was like, you're kind of far away from picking. So
No, if I picked him, I would be scared because all I did was sleep wrong, and I wouldn't want to swing a bat right now.
yeah, boy.
Mm-hmm.
So Brennan, you're gonna be at opening day,
Yes.
and you're sitting in 300 level. So I don't know if you got my message, but
Yeah.
it'll be a bit easier for. Well, you're gonna probably join us at Hatback anyway, so never mind.
Yeah. I'm honestly planning like I don't have class on Thursday, so I'm planning like I'm gonna like take public transportation. I'm gonna use like the link, but I'm planning to get up there at like 2 p.m. like and just walk around for like
Okay,
a few
fair
hours.
enough.
Yeah.
I won't be there till 4:45 because I have to. My hotel check-in is until 4, so I have to
okay.
get checked in, get ready, then go. And I'm it's gonna be really nice because I saved up money so that when I get there, I can just park my car in the parking garage of my hotel, and I'm just going to lift everywhere for my whole time there because I hate driving in big cities. Doesn't even matter what city it is. But Portland, Seattle, I do not want to drive there. I will let someone else drive me. And yeah, just a lot more stress off my back. So I'll be lifting to and from the ballpark, but I'm excited for that because it'll be easier.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I don't think. Well, isn't there a monorail though? But that doesn't go down to T-Mobile. It goes down to I don't know where it goes. I know it goes from Seattle Center, but I don't remember where it lands. Not probably.
Yeah,
not,
and then there's the link. Also,
link.
I don't know how far away your hotel is, but you could also like if the
we're
weather's nice,
we're
you know
a
the
little
guys.
bit north of the Space Needle. Like we can see the Space Needle, but we're like a little bit north of it.
Yeah. Okay, because there's like the guys. I don't know. It might be out of their range too, but like you can ride on the back of like the like buggy or whatever.
Oh
And
yeah,
that's, like,
that's probably a little
$10.
too far for those, but
Yeah.
monorails from Westlake to Seattle Center. Okay, yeah, and Westlake's like right downtown, so that's not going to be close enough. I'd rather just lift the whole way, go one way, one stop.
Okay, I'm doing it. DeGrom, you're on the team already. We're gonna take Shane McClanahan. All right.
See him later on.
Yeah, that looks scary after his reaction to that throw.
Apparently, yeah, that was bad. Although apparently, Kevin Cash said like
It's not
this
Tommy
was the
John.
best possible outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's for what his reaction too. That is possibly the best reaction or best outcome.
Yeah. I mean, I've already gone injured risk with DeGrom though, so I might as well just stick with the theme.
Oh shit, I'm next. Whoa.
Ceiling, floor. Got a low ceiling or a high ceiling, but a really low floor.
I missed the name Patton my node.
Oh yeah, he was last week, or the other league.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good time towards the end when they both joined and we were just shooting the shit.
So wait, I feel kind of disrespected though that we're in the Kingdom League. Are we gonna be like self-destructed?
No.
It's all gonna come crashing.
No.
Yeah.
No,
Are
I
you
just
gonna, like,
I needed two names that made sense.
No, I know.
Okay, I mean, like,
I'm just kidding.
so whoa, my gosh, the stutter is crazy.
You got this. I'm rooting for you.
So how high are we thinking of Christian Yelich this year for his back? Like, I know he's had surgery, so do we think like, yes, he probably will have like a healthy, good year?
No.
Yeah,
I feel like you're saying that because
I
you
wouldn't bet
want
on him.
What?
No, I don't want him. I
You
just saw him
wouldn't
at the
bet on
top
him?
of the ranking for like the points and outfielders, and I was just like, are we really believing this? Because back surgeries, any little tweak, he's gonna be running bases, trying to steal, he's gonna be out in the field diving after balls. Like any wrong landing with whatever they have in there, man, that can mess you up for a long time. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, all I did was do a leg press a couple weeks ago, and I was out for 2 weeks because I got inflammation in my lumbar and it pinched a nerve, and I couldn't get out of bed. Like I couldn't get up physically. So yeah, I don't know. I'm not putting money on him. I think he'd be a good like free agent pickup later
He'd be
on
like a
if
good
he
bench
shows.
piece, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, but
He's
he's
33.
also like on the bench until he gets hurt, you know? I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not getting him, I can tell you that.
I know it's just hard with those guys who, like, if they stay healthy, they're gonna be potential monsters. So
Could be, yeah.
I feel like
did he do
there's
it
like
again? No, he didn't. Thank God.
I feel like there's like several better plays in my opinion than Christian Yelich. And I might explain why after
After you pick him up.
after I pick up like somebody else.
Mm.
But like I'm not saying
Yeah.
Yelich won't be good, but I feel like he's not like somebody who's like worthwhile to like circle and like completely alter your strategy. But not that anybody probably, or at least I don't have a strategy.
Big units. All right. I thought my name was inappropriate.
Okay, well, I mean, come on.
I'm getting censored now. All right.
I mean, come
'cause
on.
it's me.
It's not.
Bringing
Just-
Girthquake back.
I know I should, but I'm gonna have to do something about Munoz. But I think I'll be able to do it. I'm not feeling Profar though. All these outfielders are kind of mid that I don't really want to pick. But I had 53
Get
seconds.
something else. Get something for your bench. Get like a utility guy that's gonna play a lot, or not utility, but like fills a lot of position options.
No, do that.
I think I know who I'm getting.
I will say my bullpen's kind of stacked.
Think.
Munoz, Devin Williams, Ryan Helsley, and Robert Suarez. I'm feeling good about my bullpen.
Oh, that's a good pen. Yeah.
I have a
a good
great
pen.
bullpen. There's not a single person in there.
They can't give up any runs if no one can pitch.
Yeah, exactly.
0.000 ERA. I don't know why this guy's not gone. I think he's underrated, especially after last year. Brenton
Thanks,
Doyle.
Lucario.
Okay, that's
I'll
literally
definitely
one of
think
the
about it.
options
We're
that I was
trying to
talking about.
minimize our
Brenton
walking
Doyle,
and
he's
whatnot,
like
so we'll
even if
probably
it's
just
like
lift,
even
but
if
I
it's
do
like a
appreciate the
110
recommendation.
WRC plus with some cores, he's gonna have like an 800 OPS and like
Yeah.
it's gonna be like 20 home runs and 20 stolen bases. Like that was a good
Yeah.
pick.
He's a good pick for sure.
I don't know why he's so far down the list too. I'm like scrolling like, hey, they're all okay, and then I
Yeah,
saw his name, I'm like, really?
Well, I just think
The other-
ESPN's weird right now. Whoa. Yeah, I think
I'm
ESPN's
taking-
just weird.
I'm taking James Wood. That's
Yeah.
that's like I
That's
was
what
thinking
I
like
got that
another
in my
good
other
pick.
draft.
I was thinking like Doyle or James Wood. James Wood, let me look at his numbers, but they were like I know they were like good in a small sample size too.
They were
Last
good in
year-
the 2 months that he played.
Yeah, he had a 120 WRC plus in 2 months. I'm willing to bet that he's gonna like take another step forward offensively.
Hey, question for you guys, because I know everybody gets the question of how are the Mariners, like, what's your projection for the year? I know probably everybody's had that at least once or twice, or given their projections already. A little bit more geared towards, what we got coming up. What's your predictions for the series against the A's? Anybody got any wild predictions? Anybody got anything like, oh, Lawrence Butler is going to put up 5 bombs against us in the first couple games, or any
I
wild
hope so.
predictions?
He's on my team.
Yeah, he's nasty, man.
Yeah.
You want to know my honest prediction?
Yeah, give it to us.
By the end of game 4, I'll be thinking, wow. Or at least at one point, at least during those 4 games, I will think to myself, wow, my least favorite 6 months of the year are the 6 months without baseball. My second least favorite 6 months of the year are the 6 months with baseball. That's what I will think at least one time during the 4-game series.
Fair enough.
Hey,
No.
don't hold back. Tell me how you really feel.
No, actually, but my actual take is that I just think I just like I guess he did hit a home run a couple years ago in the opening series, but like I just want Julio to just like have like a good series, like and like I guess he hit the walk off in like the second or third game of the year to start last year, but like him having like 2 bombs and like a double or something, and like including getting some stuff done on opening night would be like it would just warm my heart. Like just let's start this season. Let's get this like 10 WAR MVP campaign off to a sizzling start with like a 430-foot bomb on opening night, please.
Couldn't agree more. Hey,
That's-
that's one of the guys that it all circulates around. So absolutely.
If I wasn't setting my queue right now, I'd answer. I will in 1 second. I'm like very much.
Yeah. What about
focusing.
you? What's your thoughts for the Oakland series? Or I can't even say Oakland anymore. Sacramento, the A's.
I think it's a disservice to not call him Oakland because I think we should be
I'm calling him
shitting
Oakland.
on that ownership. That ownership doesn't
Agreed.
deserve us to call him Sacramento or Las
Yeah.
Vegas. And I feel bad for
Agreed.
Sacramento residents who are excited to have a team there because they deserve an expansion team, not this temporary 3-year BS.
Yeah.
So back to your actual question, I think we're going to lose all 4 games. There's going to be right in the streets, and then John Stanton's going to quit.
Love it.
I wish.
Promise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then go
Are we
158
being for
and
real?
4.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have full confidence.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't know. The fact that they dropped Mitch Haniger and they extended Cal Raleigh. It's like I think they're kind of maybe finally feeling the heat from the fan base in a small form to where they're like, we got to do something because we can't gaslight anybody any longer. And we going up to opening day, we just simply cannot do nothing this season when we're 1 game out of the playoffs. So at least this is like feel good moves and then also logical moves in a weird way because Mitch Haniger made no sense on the team, especially when you had Mastroboni and Tellez producing during spring training. And I hate the fact that we say spring training doesn't count, doesn't matter. They're still playing against professional pitchers. Some of them might be AAA, but towards the end, where they're actually producing, it was against their top prospects. It was against their starting rotation arms. And they've proved that they deserve to be on the team where Mitch isn't even healthy to play. So, I mean, they didn't do anything, but they are in some form, in some fashion, trying to get in the good graces of fans. At least that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
I'm just-
they're trying. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm just curious. I'm really curious about like how the the app and like how that's affecting the financial situation, because like it almost makes sense that maybe they were like in kind of like a holding pattern, like trying to figure out, okay, how are we going to be able to like get these extensions, or like for over a year, because it was like October of 2023 when like the original RSN issues popped up. Like that was a while ago. So I guess it might make sense that, or it might have made sense that they were like just, there was uncertainty, because also like Divish said that they talked to Cal on March 17th. So like it's March 25th today. That would have been 8 days ago. And like they asked him about an extension and nothing had happened. And like, so that means all this stuff came together really quickly. And like maybe that was the like financial situation clarity that like allowed them to,
That was the burden.
invest some money. And I really hope that's what it is.
I agree. I think that hopefully you start seeing some floodgates open. And also, there's no evidence to suggest that they have ever been against giving money to in-house. Like if they draft,
Yeah.
develop, and like we're not the Rays in that
Yeah.
sense, where we have to worry about, oh, we draft this guy, and now we have to get rid of him. So it's at least nice to know that there's that now that it's proven, and deals and Julio and now Cal and hopefully soon Logan. But yeah, I saw, was it East Coast M's came up with all these hot takes, or but he was kind of reading through some hot takes.
Yeah.
There was one where it was before the beginning of 2026. Luis Castillo or George Kirby will be gone, and I agree. I think between now and then, one of the two might be gone, unless
This is where we lose people from the stream. I'm okay if George Kirby leaves.
Okay,
same.
I don't think I agree with that. I want George Kirby in Northwest Green as long as George Kirby has an opportunity to be in Northwest Green, and I think that's crazy to think otherwise.
Yeah.
But I also wouldn't be surprised if he's not a Merit anymore.
I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying his
Yeah.
performance is bad. I'm not saying him as a pitcher as being a number 2 in our rotation, even a number 1. Honestly, he has the ability to. His consistency is great. He's got good control, but he needs to grow up, because when he doesn't do well, he just gives up. And when he just gives up, those games get really bad. It's very rare, but when he does, like even in the interviews, I believe it was last season, if not the season before, he's just like, yeah, I should have been taken out. I didn't want to be in there. And it's like, bro.
Ben, oh my god, dude, I'm going
I
to
mean,
lose my mind.
that was one time, and it was like a huge deal. And also, like Ryan Divish has said before, like, and Ryan Divish has been around players for a long time. He said like nobody takes it like harder upon themselves than like George Kirby, and like few players I've ever covered have like the competitive fire that George Kirby does.
Very competitive.
So the on mound body language could be better, like every 8 starts or whatever, like every 8 starts. But like I don't know. I think that's part of like the Kirby fire, and like I think that's just part of the package.
I think
I think he cares, and like it's been talked about.
One thing is, in the group of 4, we'll discount Luis Castillo in this, the guys that we drafted, develop, all that stuff. There's been one pitcher that hasn't really made that jump or progressed or actually shown from year to year. We've seen Wu and Miller both make that jump. We've seen Logan Gilbert really take that jump. Kirby is very attractive in a trade deal, and he's got all this controllability. He's still fairly affordable, and I think you could really capitalize. I think this past year was probably the best year to capitalize on it, because if he goes out and does the exact same thing, discounting ERA and everything, if you just look at the other stats, he's good, but he's still not elite. He hasn't made that jump yet, and I think if he has another year that's exactly like last year, it makes him less attractive than it was this past year, because it's like, okay, now you've been integrated into the league. Let's see if you can actually make the jump on your own. I think that there's a chance that he stays forever because we drafted and developed him. I think Luis Castillo is higher on that trade list, but also you just never know.
I mean, out of the top 3 like extension guys, I've kind of figured Kirby was going to be number 3 out of the 3.
Yeah.
So I feel like I just don't see it happening. Because I think they're going to definitely try with Logan. And once they do Logan, I don't see how they would be able to do Kirby as well. And
Unless they get rid of Randy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
like
also just
it's got
don't
to come
see
from somewhere.
them. I just don't see Kirby wanting to do an extension. I feel like he would want to test the open market, um, regardless. So I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm wrong because obviously at the end of the day, like we're not in his head. We don't know for sure. But um, yeah, just I don't see it happening personally. But who knows? So
Yeah, and I'd love for him to stay, but if we are operating under the John Stanton terms, you got to do kind of what you got to do. And I'd rather keep Randy Arozarena or somebody else. That money could go to somebody else because some of the other guys are going to start hitting our arbitration, and that our ARB number itself is going to start going up. Um, and we have that's my dog. Well, I'm gonna move this.
I have a hot take. Um, I think this RSN move to stream was a bad idea. Um, I think they should have done what Arizona is doing, and that is offer cheap season tickets for people to show up to the game. Their revenue would have been quadruple what they're going to make off of people that are paying monthly for this streaming site to watch it on TV every single day. Just because you're not only going to be getting the fans in the game for the tickets, but you're also going to have them spending money. They're going out, they're eating, they're drinking, they're buying memorabilia, and it would have been even better for them if they did both because then they would have a lot more income. They could profit a lot more while also spending money on the team, giving the fans more as they spend more. But that's just me.
well, I
Yeah.
think you can't say that like they shouldn't have done it, just because I don't think
I'm
it's
saying
purely.
over.
I think they should have done both. I agree with that. I don't. I think the streaming thing is good in the sense of yeah, it may not rake in a whole lot of money, but it is a way to help fans watch the Mariners easier because there were people paying over $100 a month just to watch all the Mariner games, and now they only have to pay 20. So it's you that's the thing is like for a ownership group who seemingly every single I guess decision that's made is profit driven, which I mean they'll probably still get some profit for this anyways, but uh, I think it could have just been that they were like this is kind of a goodwill move, like hey, we're gonna do this for the fans to try to kind of get some goodwill back because we kind of desperately need it right now, um, and I just no one can be upset about the move or about this thing. Now I do agree with the tickets thing just because I have seen people complain like, hey, we're all telling you like you need to spend more money on this product and you have the audacity to like make tickets actually more expensive year after year, which so that's and they absolutely could do it. I mean, because that's the thing is the D-backs thing, um it's not like you're getting lower bowl tickets. It is a couple sections in
Oh,
like the
what?
200 300 level.
Oh my!
Oh no.
I actually picked Rengifo. Fuck. I meant to put
Brennan.
Mark Vientos.
Oh damn, well you get Rengifo, I guess. uh
Ah,
yeah, and like Aaron said,
That's
not
pretty
every
funny.
Mariner fan can attend games in person, so the broadcast is a separate issue, which does make sense. It's just better for all the fans, especially the fans that live in the Pacific Northwest who have to deal with the blackouts, because it's really not that much. It's not like much better for your fan who lives in Arizona or anything, because obviously they don't have the blackout issue, so they just get MLB TV and like they're fine, they're good to go.
yeah.
But everyone who's in Alaska and Washington, Oregon, parts of Idaho, like yeah, it's just ultimately a better deal for them, and I have no problem with them doing something that is ultimately a better option, or makes it
And
easier for fans to
Well,
watch Mariner games.
I feel like in the last 3 years, though, most of the people that are, and including people who are watching this, it's not on cable that they're watching the games. There's a lot of
Aaron,
people that
watch
go and
this.
get the MLB TV app and
You're
they
welcome,
spend
Aaron.
that money to do that. Or if you're a T-Mobile customer, like today, if you guys haven't already, today's Tuesday. Exactly. It's T-Mobile Tuesday. So if you have T-Mobile right now, you can go in and get a whole season of MLB TV for free. So you can watch all of the MLB games. And I understand there's blackouts, but there's easy ways around it. And so people don't have to spend that money versus getting people in the ballpark would have been significantly more profitable because we do have 20 some odd thousand people showing up every single game for 82 games, if not more, especially on those big games playing the Dodgers, who were playing twice. I don't know if we're playing them in Seattle. I don't think so. But the Yankees, Red Sox, these big teams where the fans travel, you're going to profit off of them as well. So that's all I'm saying is they should have done the alternative of what the Diamondbacks did versus the streaming service. I think they should have done both, but if you had to choose one, I'm choosing the one to get people in seats.
Hello, Locked On
The
Mariners in the
Diamondbacks,
chat.
though.
Hi. Locked On Mariners. Who up running they Sam until they humpy? Oh yeah. Who up patting they node right now?
Who up jerking the Kool-Aid?
Who
Anyway.
up jerking the Kool-Aid?
Who up dripping the Kool-Aid?
But anyway, part of what happened though with the Diamondback situation, and like I would love it if the Mariners did like the $99 for like 3 months of summer, or like or whatever it was. That like don't get me wrong, that would be awesome. But what happened was the Diamondbacks RSN situation like actively collapsed. And they went from being on like the Bally Sports Network to not being on a network at all. And then they switched to like the MLB TV thing. And then that's when they started scrambling for cash, and they did like the come to the park, because they were not selling seats either. There were like 25,000 seats open, and that's a huge stadium.
Well, they have a lot of issues with the stadium too. I mean, when I was there,
with the roof
infrastructure
not opening and like all that.
exactly, and leaks as well. When it did rain, they're not prepared for it. It's Phoenix, but when I was there, like it was like when it would rain. It rains hard. So especially monsoon season, right? We start getting after July to August, September, like it dumps, and like people are sitting in their seats and they're just getting pissed on.
It dumps.
It dumps like the dumper extensively.
He said the word.
6 years, 105 million extensively.
105 million drops of water. Yeah.
Okay.
That reminds me. I've been like on a tornado like documentary kick recently.
They just came out with one.
Yeah, they came out with one on Netflix. I watched that. It was really good. But I found this YouTube channel that I've really been digging to for that. God,
You've been what?
There's a YouTube digging. No. I've said digging, digging.
It says you're dicking too.
No. Not about tornadoes. No? People are losing their homes. That would be crazy. Yeah, no, I just, you know what? Yeah, let's go with the utility spot, baby. Let's go, Mr. Back.
Baby.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Really?
He's for my utility spot. He's for my utility spot, man. Come on. It's fine.
You could have, hold on. Couldn't you have, oh, okay. I'm on the
utility
clock,
spot doesn't have to be a DH. It does not have to be.
Okay. I'm on tornadoes. I'm on the clock, and my it won't update.
Do you need
it won't change positions? I'm like, yeah, if you can. Like, it will not change to anything.
Maybe leave the draft and re-enter.
Yeah, I gotta pause, so you're free to leave it and come back.
Okay. Yeah, I can't change anything. It's not even letting me hit Q. Hold on. Yes, leave. Join. I don't know how I broke my own thing. Okay, there we go.
Good?
That's problematic. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I resumed it.
I'm so loud on my it's in my headphones.
Yeah.
I forgot to turn off the sound. Okay.
That reminds me, my lo-fi. But yeah, no, I've been into really like tornado. There's this YouTube channel that makes documentaries about tornadoes, and they're like 20 minutes long, and I don't know. It's such I really dig it.
I watched Twisters the other night. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
The second one, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like seeing footage of these tornadoes, like actual tornadoes. Twistas. I almost said Twisters, yeah. And I was just like, man, dude, like just the idea of seeing that in person with my own eyes just seems insane, and especially like the creepiest ones are the ones, the nocturnal tornadoes, the ones that happen at night, and the only way you see them is the lightning illuminating them, and I'm like, dude, what a ominous
I've seen
thing to
those.
see, man. That'd be crazy.
When I was stationed down in at Fort Sill in Oklahoma, we had a fat twister. It was 1.5 miles wide, and it was at like 1 a.m. And we're in a brick building, so it's like, whatever. So you're just looking out, and the lightning is flashing. All you see is just this weird black wall on the distance, and it doesn't look like a tornado. It's just a black wall, but then like winds going everywhere, and the lights are on, everything's shaking. We had a couple Humvees like flipping in our parking lot. I was like, all right, this is wild. They're like, just stay away from the windows, and it's like, I don't want to watch this. Who gets to watch this very often? I'm gonna look at it. They had bars because they didn't want people jumping out. I wasn't in a psychiatric hospital, I promise.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just something, like, I would love to see it with my own eyes someday, but especially those huge, it looks like AI generated, like it looks like CGI, and you're like, this is real, like this is this is happening. Just crazy.
Ooh, rules. All right, do we get points for innings pitched? Oh,
Yes,
we do.
do.
Oh, only a third.
Well, it's going to be 1 point per inning pitched. I am going to change that, so you do want innings eater. Innings eaters are not bad.
Yeah.
Best way to put it, I guess. They're not bad.
Are they good though? So here's my question. It's a little late, but if we choose a pitcher that's a relief pitcher, but they start a game, does it not count, or how does it work?
What was that?
Like, so there's plenty of pitchers on here, like Luis Ortiz, Jordan Hicks, Albert Suarez, all these guys. They start games sometimes, but they're also relief pitchers. So we're trying to fill our relief pitcher area. I'm assuming that's for in-game. So if they start, are they just a wash? They're not like...
Like, do you mean if they're used as an opener?
Sure, even though they're starting a game.
Yeah, if they're recording a game start, then that counts as a game start towards your cap. However, that's only going to happen if a reliever is used as an opener. So if a reliever enters a game, it's not a game start. It's only whoever starts the game. So yeah, if you have a guy who is going to be potentially an opener and get some innings, that's going to count as a game start. So I would be wary of that, because you only have, I believe it's set at 10 per week or per matchup. So that's why we only have 5 starting pitchers that you can take, because then they each get 2 starts and that's it. So
who's Mac and Jax?
Mac and Jax?
That's me.
Oh,
Good pick.
I got to see him play live when we went to that game, and I think he's going to turn a corner.
Yeah.
I didn't like him out of GCU. I thought he was just kind of average, but man, he tore it up in minor leagues.
Almost went to that college.
GCU is super. I actually live down here in
Grand
Arizona,
Canyon,
and I try
right?
to go.
Yeah, Grand Canyon
Grand
University.
Canyon. I played them when they were still D2, and their facilities were just kind of meh. Kind of reminds me of USC. It's decent campus, just not in a very good area. But man, they have grown.
I have a friend who goes there, and she said it. She said it's like the same thing. She was like, it's like USC, but like not in a nice area. But yeah, it's actually a decent campus too. They've done a lot of upgrades to it over the years and everything, and their basketball team's definitely taken off, and their basketball gyms kind of decent too. But yeah, GCU it's definitely on the rise.
Who's the closer for the Yankees now? Do we know?
Devin Williams.
Ah, that's right. I forgot about that trade.
I'm excited about Craig Yoho though. Like, he's not getting enough love.
I love Yoho.
He is not getting enough love. He is nasty.
I don't know if I'm gonna regret that.
I hope he's like 94, 95 this year. If he is, he can be like dominant.
He's gonna be. Yeah, I think he has a chance to really turn a corner too. He's nasty. The changeup is just ferocious.
On to my bench. 2 more picks.
Yeah, we doing any punishments for last place or anything?
No, this was asked last time too. No, we are not.
No?
I am
It's too
considering
nice.
it for next year, but we're probably gonna get more people. That's my goal, is to get even more people next
Yeah.
year. But yeah, it's just one of those things where like I didn't want to have to try to figure out like what people would even be willing to do in the first place and all that stuff. So
I do have a
no.
good suggestion if you're open to suggestions. One of my buddies did this for a fantasy football league, and it ended up being a really good hit.
Okay.
At the draft, obviously, it was together, but you have to do 10 minutes of stand-up comedy at like an open mic.
Oh,
No
God.
fucking way. No, absolutely
That's-
not.
It was
10 minutes is like terrible because you could like
Yeah.
you could like bomb like twice over in like a minute.
That's like
and
my
30 on
worst
stage.
case.
Oh, absolutely.
Man, my
Absolutely.
So like 10 minutes, my
No,
god.
my
You gotta think of a
social
long
anxiety.
story. Just think of a long story.
I have
Just
a
think
better idea. How about whoever
Uh,
loses has to try out for the Mariners camp?
How would you do that?
The
though?
Marlins.
The-
They have,
yeah, you have
like-
to do the Marlins.
The Marlins. You see
It's
they
been
shut that down?
canceled. It's been
They shut-
canceled
They shut that down so quick because
because
it
of the
was like
labor
violating
things.
the labor laws.
Yeah.
That's
And like,
crazy.
yeah, I'm sure like the players union was like foaming at the mouth when they saw that. They're like, oh my gosh.
Oh, I wonder if we're gonna play in 2026.
Now, can a separate entity do that, and then the Marlins just be open to playing them and just be having it a practice squad? But it's not affiliated with the Marlins, but it is.
Well, they're not gonna pay anybody to like. They're not gonna pay their players. They're just gonna take the hit and with a grievance. So I don't think they care.
Yeah, I mean, I just set it up through a separate entity, so it's not attached to the Marlins. Because I think there's a lot of 23 to 25-year-olds that are just finishing up with college that didn't get drafted that would be chomping at the bit to be like, oh, I just struck out like 6 minor leaguers in my last outing. So sign me.
One thing that I was curious about though was in the press release, it was like you can learn like this is like invaluable like playing and coaching experience you could turn into like a professional career as a player or a coach. And I'm like, okay, are they actually like would they actually do that though? Because I could see it being valuable if you like see a legitimate chance to like continue the opportunity with the Marlins. But if they're just saying that, then that's like yeah.
I can't. A team like the Marlins, I think they really are looking for a diamond in the rough. I think
Yeah.
that's their plan. So I could totally see them actually like taking 1 or 2 players per year and just seeing what they do. Maybe they take one coach that kind of knows his analytics or kind of knows, has a good background or whatever. Maybe it's a college coach trying to make the jump to the next level. I could totally see that happening. Still on the board. Isn't he the opening day starter
For who?
for Toronto? Jose
Yeah,
Barrios? Is it
yeah.
Barrios?
Yeah, Barrios.
He was so shoddy last year. I think that's the reason.
Yeah, true. Still just like an opening day start. Ooh, actually, there's another opening day starter. The opening day starter for the White Sox might actually be all right. I know it's crazy talking about the White Sox and a good player, but Sean Burke might actually do okay.
Oh yeah, I think he could be good.
Yeah,
Like, I like him.
I feel like our final pick should be someone who's not even signed yet.
I'm just taking. All right, there we go. I'm done. The team has been assembled. Oh, do I need to do like the name immediately?
I would just. I mean, you don't have to, but I would prefer it sooner
yeah. If you
rather
don't
than
have it by
later.
the end of tonight, if you don't have it by the end of
You're
tonight, we're
kicked
just,
out.
You're kicked
All
out.
right, all right. I'm mainly gonna try and think of something clever like in the next day. So
I'm gonna go a different route than I expected for my last bench piece.
all right. Also, I'm gonna leave the call now, but thank you guys. Have a good
Yeah,
or good
thanks for
evening.
stopping by, Brennan. We'll see you
Yeah,
in a couple
adios.
days.
Good meeting you, man.
Good time. Yeah, good time talking ball. All right, peace.
I'm gonna regret this, I think, but God, he's the fastest throwing pitcher ever. Ben Joyce, come on down.
Ben Joyce is it's a good pick.
Not a bad pick.
I know it's one of the in-division rivals, but man, I think he's gonna be good.
The fact that Dylan Cruz went 5th from last blows my mind.
That's a wild one.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's. I mean,
That's that.
so
There's your team.
that's the thing is with my bench piece. I was like, okay. Usually the way I work it, I use it is I'm like, okay, I need an outfielder replacement just in case, and I need a infield replacement just in case. But then I was like, okay, instead I'm going to get 2 relievers on my bench, because then when I'm not starting a starting pitcher, I can put them in there and they might get me some points. They might get me a save, they might get me a hold, stuff like that. So I got Hunter Gaddis for holds, and I got Kyle Finnegan for more saves. So I'm like, maybe that will help better. I'm not sure. But yeah, so I mean, I have the obvious name.
The team I'm playing already has -7. Woof.
Yeah, I need to figure out caps. What is?
Caps lock.
Well, I can't do the N, the tilde over the N for Munoz with in caps on my thing. So
People are really up on Mackenzie Gore for some reason. Is he like impressing people or what? Why is he so?
High strikeout guy. I don't know. He hasn't really like impressed. Like he's just a high strikeout guy.
Yeah.
Everything else that comes along with it is like, okay, if he was with the Dodgers, he might be all right.
this is where I need to figure out now. Will it let me change the scoring settings? Yes, it will
Yeah,
now.
isn't-
Okay, dude, whatever, man. So now I have to make it the same as the other league.
Don't you have to do like a weird GIF to make the picture? It's like you have to go.
You
go
have
through.
to get the URL for the picture itself, which
Yeah.
It's super
you- if you-
complicated.
if
Or
you-
weird.
no, if you right click a picture on Google Images and just click the image URL, then it'll work.
Sometimes
It won't
doesn't
always work, but that's how you get it, and you just have to try stuff until it works.
Okay. Just
Okay, let me change these
keep
rules
tabbing the
real
hammer.
quick. So what were the changes? So run scored is 1, total bases 1, RBI 1, run walk 1, strikeout -1, stolen base 1, other game winning RBI 3, cycle 7. So I kept that at 7, and then pitching. So what was the deal? Innings pitched. Wait, whoa. That's why. Because isn't it? Although innings pitched are typically displayed throughout the game, pitchers will accrue points for each out they record. The point value entered here applies to outs recorded. For example, if you choose a value of 2 points, a pitcher that pitches 1 inning will earn 6 points.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
it's a point per out. So what you had is like a full inning would be 1 or 0.99.
Changing that to 0.33, so you get a full point for an inning completed. And then,
That's what. Okay.
yeah, and
That's
then,
what it showed before.
Yeah, that's what's weird is I could have swore I changed this on I changed it on the wrong league, even though I was in the draft for the other league when I went to change it. I changed it on the call last time, so that's why I don't understand. I kept the wins and losses though. It's kind of weird. I don't know why I did that, but whatever. So save is still 5. Hit allowed is -1. Walks issued -1. No hitter is 10 points. Perfect game's 20. Hold is 2. Okay. Yeah. I mean, should I put a no hitter or perfect game like way higher so it's like weak? It's like matchup breaking if they get it. Because I mean that's a big deal, especially a perfect game.
Oh, it's sort of
maybe-
a perfect game. It should just be astronomical, just because that's
The perfecto for sure.
yeah.
I think
mean,
a perfect game should be literally worth 100 points. Like you
No,
are going to win the
well,
matchup.
Well,
Yeah.
no, I don't know. That seems a bit
Imagine if you had a 100-point
insane.
lead.
because
and then
this is a
someone-
whole week.
It's
Yeah,
only for
imagine-
it's only for that matchup though. So it's for
Yeah,
that
but-
1
but-
week.
Yeah, but that's for a whole week. Like that's a lot of points to like when it's just one game. It's basically like saying, hey, Blake Snell threw a perfect game, so the Dodgers now automatically win the next 6. You know what I mean?
Well, Yeah, but I think that's the thing though, is it's for the week, so it's not like, oh, it's gonna propel you in the standings per se. It just guarantees you a win basically that week. But because it's a perfect game, I mean, only 23, 24 have even happened ever. Like, that's where I mean, I'm fine with keeping it 20.
Points,
I don't really care, but like,
Yeah.
I was just saying, you know,
I'll give you 50. 50, okay, because I feel like that's manageable to like come back and not like
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
like
50 's
you did
fair.
really good, but
yeah,
your whole
50,
team
because
could
50 is such
suck.
a big deal.
Yeah, 50 is huge. 100 just seems
Yeah.
unattainable to catch up to.
Then should I put no hitters a little bit higher than the 10?
15.
15, yeah.
Because
was about
because
to
I think
say,
you have to also realize this is on top of the individual stats they rack up for whatever
Right.
that game is.
they put up 30 for all the strikeouts, the innings, all that
Yeah.
stuff, and then 15.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Because it would have been like 145 if they were pitching
Yeah,
that well. Like they'll probably have 10 strikeouts and then like the plus it's a no hit. I'm assuming
No
no
hits,
hitter goes
yeah.
on top of that. So you were looking at like almost 200 points for one guy in a game.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
50 is like, I mean, at that point you're probably going to be at 100 if you do 50. But
Yeah. Well, I kept it at 50, so that's the difference. All right. Well, how am I feeling about my team? So
I don't like this 3-man bench spot. I'm used to having 5.
yeah. So my only bench piece is JJ Bleday.
That's it.
He's my only position player bench because, like I said, I chose to do 2 relievers on the bench so that when my starters aren't going, I can still get like potentially a save or a hold.
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. Well, because I mean, well, never mind. I was gonna say like, well, they can't get negative points. They technically can if they give up an earned run. It's -2, I think. So technically they can, but most likely they won't be unless they like get totally lit up. Oh boy.
There's still a lot of guys on the free agents list that are available, so we'll see how this goes. People are going to be fighting like dogs in the waiver. By the way, how's the waiver work in this? Is it recycle as soon as you get the #1 pick, or
It should be. Well, that's the thing is I don't know how. I think until the matchups start, which obviously is opening day, I think it's just first come first serve kind of. But then once we actually get into the matchups and all that, it'll go by I think last place first, so like reverse order gets first dibs.
okay, so it's based off of the rankings.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's the thing is I'm wondering like could I have and I can't change this now, but I'm like could I have at the start of making this the ESPN league could I have done 20 spots? Because I think the reason I did two leagues, like 2 totally separate leagues, is because it would only let me pick one for 12 teams. Like that was
No,
the
you should be
max.
able to go to the LM tools and do 20.
Yeah, I've done it was
Because that's
Because
gonna
I did
some odd years
15
ago.
last year.
I did 30. I did 30 one year. That was ridiculous. But
That makes it competitive, though. You
it
got
was
like
super. And you had to like pick a team, kind of like we did with this, where you had to
Yeah.
pick a team and you had to have at least 2 players from said team or whatever. This was it was like 2013, so the Mariners were terrible, and of course I had them. I think I picked Mike Moore.